20. Black actors you didn't know were gay. What if some of the most talented and successful black actors in Hollywood were hiding a truth you never expected? Behind the glitz of red carpets and blockbuster hits lies a powerful reality. Many of these stars are proudly part of the LGBTQ+ community, rewriting the rules of fame and representation. From breaking barriers on Broadway to making history in film and television, their stories will shock, inspire, and challenge everything you thought you knew. Stay with us. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to Legends of Black Excellence. You won't want to miss this. Justice Smith. Justice Smith is part of a new generation of Hollywood talent who blend charisma, vulnerability, and authenticity into every role. Born on August 9, 1995 in Los Angeles, California, he grew up in a creative household that nurtured his love for the performing arts. After graduating from the Orange County School of the Arts in 2013, he quickly transitioned from school theater productions to the professional stage, demonstrating an instinctive ability to connect with audiences. His earliest recognition came with Nickelodeon's The Thundermans, but it was the 2015 film Paper Towns that introduced him to a wider audience. That role set the stage for larger opportunities, and soon Smith was leading Baz Luhrmann's Netflix musical drama, The Get Down, where his raw energy and emotion captured critical acclaim. Hollywood began to take notice when he joined global franchises like Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom in 2018 and the live-action hit Give in 2019. These films positioned him not only as a rising star, but also as one of the few young black actors trusted with blockbuster roles. In 2023, he earned praise again in the independent feature I Saw the TV Glow, proving his range beyond mainstream cinema. But perhaps Smith's most powerful moment came off-screen. In June 2020, during the height of Black Lives Matter protests, he publicly came out as queer in a heartfelt Instagram post. He confirmed his relationship with fellow actor Nicholas Ash, a star of Queen Sugar. The couple's openness drew attention from both fans and the media, culminating in their feature together in Calvin Klein's 2022 Pride campaign. Rather than hindering his career, his decision to live authentically has expanded his influence, allowing him to stand as a role model for young queer people of color. Would you have guessed that an actor in Jurassic World was also quietly breaking barriers for LGBTQ visibility in Hollywood? Justice Smith's story is one of courage and representation. By balancing blockbuster visibility with personal honesty, he shows that embracing one's identity doesn't limit success, it multiplies it. For many fans, his journey illustrates a future where authenticity and stardom no longer stand in opposition, but rather walk hand in hand. Jeremy Pope. Jeremy Pope is a name that resonates with talent, resilience, and unapologetic authenticity. Born on July 9, 1992 in Orlando, Florida, Pope discovered his love for performance early, eventually studying at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York City. His journey was not paved with privilege, but with determination and raw artistry. By the time he stepped onto Broadway, he was already proving himself to be a rare kind of performer, one who could command both the stage and the audience's heart with equal force. In 2018, Jeremy Pope made history with an extraordinary achievement. He earned 2 Tony Award nominations in the same year, one for Choir Boy and another for Ain't Too Proud. Few actors have ever managed this feat, and Pope's recognition symbolized not only his remarkable skill, but also the cultural significance of the stories he chose to tell. Choir Boy in particular was a deeply personal role, portraying the struggles of a young black gay man navigating identity and acceptance. Pope's performance was celebrated for its vulnerability and power, marking him as an artist unafraid to reflect his own truths on stage. Hollywood soon followed. Pope starred in Ryan Murphy's Netflix series Hollywood in 2020, a role that earned him an Emmy nomination. He continued to challenge norms with his work in After and in The Inspection 2022, where his portrayal of a young gay Marine garnered a Golden Globe nomination in 2023. Each role further solidified him as a voice for authenticity in an industry that often rewards conformity. Do you think actors like Pope change Hollywood more by the roles they play or by the courage to live openly as themselves? What sets Jeremy Pope apart is not only his immense talent, but his refusal to hide his identity. Openly gay, he has used his platform to advocate for inclusivity and to highlight the importance of telling stories that reflect the real lives of LGBTQ people of color. His journey proves that the entertainment world is evolving slowly but surely toward a space where diverse voices are not just heard, but celebrated. Jeremy Pope isn't simply an actor. He's a trailblazer whose artistry and honesty will inspire generations to come. Miles Gutierrez Riley. Miles Gutierrez Riley represents a fresh wave of Hollywood talent, fearless, magnetic, and openly proud of who he is. Born on September 17, 1998 in Long Beach, California, he gravitated toward the arts from an early age. His passion for acting led him to Fordham University, where he earned the prestigious Denzel Washington Scholarship for his outstanding contributions to theater. That recognition wasn't just an academic milestone, it was a signal that Miles had something special to offer. He first caught wider attention with his breakout role in Amazon Prime's The Wilds, a survival drama that allowed him to showcase emotional depth and a commanding screen presence. Critics singled him out as a standout, and soon his career began moving quickly. He went on to land roles in the coming-of-age film On the Come Up, the horror sequel Smile 2, and the romantic comedy Sweethearts. But 2024 marked his true breakthrough. He joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Eddie in Agatha Darkhold Diaries, originally announced as you playing one of the franchise's first openly LGBTQ+ characters. That same year, he starred in I Wish You All the Best, a heartfelt queer drama that premiered at South by Southwest, further cementing his reputation as an actor deeply committed to authentic representation. Do you think Hollywood is finally giving space for young queer actors of color to thrive, or is there still a long way to go? Miles has been open about being gay from the start of his career, choosing visibility over silence. Instead of hiding his truth, he uses his platform to inspire audiences and younger generations who may still be searching for themselves. By embracing roles that reflect his own identity, he ensures that queer narratives are not just side stories, but central, meaningful arcs in mainstream film and television. What makes Miles Gutierrez Riley's rise so remarkable is how seamlessly he blends career momentum with advocacy. He is not only building a resume that ranges from indie gems to blockbuster franchises, but also modeling the idea that being unapologetically yourself is the real key to lasting success. Dylan Burnside. Dylan Burnside's journey is one of transformation, resilience, and a search for authenticity that has inspired many. Born on January 27, 1989 in Pensacola, Florida, he discovered his love for music and performance at a very young age. By the time he was 12, Burnside was already the lead singer of an R&B boy band touring the country and sharing stages with music legends like Stevie Wonder and Rihanna. Yet despite the glamour of the music industry, he felt constrained, unable to fully express the complexity of who he was. That longing for freedom and truth eventually guided him to New York City, where he trained extensively in acting, dance, and singing. His decision to shift from music to acting proved to be life-changing. Burnside's breakout role came in FX's groundbreaking series Pose, where he portrayed Ricky Evangelista. Through Ricky, he gave voice to the struggles, dreams, and resilience of young queer men of color, navigating love loss and community within New York's ballroom culture. His performance resonated deeply because it wasn't just acting, it reflected pieces of his own lived experience. Pose went on to become a cultural phenomenon celebrated for its representation of LGBTQ+ stories, and Burnside's name became inseparable from that legacy. Would you agree that shows like Pose did more to change perceptions of LGBTQ lives than many Hollywood blockbusters ever could? Beyond Pose, Burns, Holler If You Hear Me toured nationally with Thoughts of a Colored Man. He has also become a strong advocate for breaking down toxic masculinity, often speaking publicly about how embracing vulnerability and softness is an act of strength, not weakness. His voice is not confined to the stage or screen. He continues to create music that blends R&B and storytelling, adding another dimension to his artistry. Openly queer, Delon Burnside stands as a role model for those who fear that being true to themselves will limit their potential. His life and career prove the opposite. Authenticity expands opportunities, connects with audiences on a deeper level, and creates space for others to follow. By living unapologetically, he is carving a legacy that goes far beyond entertainment. It is a legacy of courage, empathy, and truth. Keenan Lonsdale. Keenan Lonsdale is one of those rare artists whose journey reflects both dazzling talent and deep personal courage. Born on December 19, 1991 in Sydney, Australia, he began his career as a teenager, quickly earning roles that showcased his energy and versatility. At just 16, he appeared in the Australian series All Saints Dance Academy. By the time he joined the international stage with the Divergent series, his biggest breakthrough came in 2015 when he was cast as Wally West, better known as Kid Flash, in the hit shows The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. With charm, athleticism, and charisma, he brought a beloved comic book character to life, gaining a global fan base. But it was his role as Bram in the 2018 film Love, Simon that changed everything. The movie, celebrated as the first major Hollywood studio production to center on a gay teen's coming-out story, touched countless viewers. For Keenan, the experience was life-changing because it mirrored his own journey of self-acceptance. In 2017, he first shared publicly on Instagram that he was attracted to both girls and guys, though it wasn't until 2022 that he openly embraced the label of being gay. This honesty deepened his bond with fans and showed how art and life often walk hand in hand. Do you believe that roles like Bram in Love, Simon help more young people feel safe embracing their identity? Beyond acting, Keenan Lonsdale is also a talented singer-songwriter. His music, including tracks like Kiss the Boy and Rainbow Dragon, celebrates pride, freedom, and love in all its forms. These songs reflect his philosophy that being true to yourself is both healing and empowering. By blending pop sensibility with heartfelt lyrics, he uses music as another platform to express authenticity. Keenan stands not only as an accomplished actor, but as a voice for LGBTQ+ visibility, particularly for queer people of color. His openness challenges stereotypes. His artistry inspires, and his courage reminds the world that living authentically is the ultimate form of power. In many ways, Keenan Lonsdale isn't just performing on screen or stage, he's performing for a future where self-expression knows no limits. Jaquel Spivey. Jaquel Spivey has quickly become one of Broadway's brightest new stars, embodying both fearlessness and authenticity in his craft. Born on November 13, 1998 in Raleigh, North Carolina, he grew up surrounded by strong black women who encouraged him to embrace every part of himself. Later, his family moved to New Jersey, where Spivey's passion for theater deepened. That passion eventually led him to study musical theater at Point Park University in Pittsburgh, a training ground that gave him the technical skills to match his natural charisma. In 2021, Spivey's career exploded onto the national stage when he landed the lead role in Michael R. Jackson's Pulitzer Prize-winning musical, A Strange Loop. Playing Usher, a young black queer writer grappling with self-doubt and artistic ambition, Spivey delivered a performance that was both raw and electrifying. The show received 11 Tony Award nominations, and Spivey himself was nominated for Best Actor in a Musical while also winning a Drama Desk Award. His voice was not only powerful on stage, but symbolized a new era for black queer representation in musical theater. After A Strange Loop closed in early 2023, Spivey didn't slow down. He stepped directly into another iconic role, Damien, in the 2024 movie adaptation of Mean Girls. Known as a fan-favorite character full of humor and confidence, Damien was a perfect fit for Spivey's bold presence, allowing him to bring fresh energy to a beloved story. Would you say Broadway or Hollywood offers more opportunities for queer black actors to shine? and why Spivey has been open about his queer identity and his feminine expression, challenging stereotypes and expanding what audiences expect from male performers in theater and film. He has also spoken about how embracing his true self has been essential to his artistry, making his performances more relatable and impactful. By choosing roles that reflect complexity rather than caricature, Spivey stands out as a voice pushing boundaries in entertainment. At just his mid-20s, Jaquel Spivey has already achieved what many artists spend decades chasing: critical acclaim, industry recognition, and the ability to inspire others through unapologetic authenticity. His rise is a reminder that talent and truth, when combined, have the power to shift culture and open doors for the next generation of performers. Colman Domingo. Colman Domingo stands as one of the most respected and versatile actors of his generation, a man whose career embodies excellence across stage, screen, and television. Born on November 28, 1969 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he first pursued journalism before discovering his true calling in performance. That shift led him to theater, where his deep voice, magnetic stage presence, and gift for storytelling quickly set him apart. On Broadway, he made his mark with shows like Passing Strange and The Scottsboro Boys, the latter earning him a Tony Award nomination and cementing his reputation as an actor of profound emotional range. His talents, however, could not be contained to the stage. Domingo transitioned seamlessly into film and television, bringing layered, unforgettable performances to every project. In Fear the Walking Dead, he won fans as Victor Strand, a character as complex as he was captivating. On HBO's, and his portrayal of Ali, a recovering addict and mentor to Zendaya's Rue, earned him a Primetime Emmy Award in 2022. Film roles soon followed, including Ma Rainey's Black Bottom Rustin and Sing Sing performances that drew critical acclaim and awards buzz. In 2024, Time Yourself named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world, recognizing both his artistry and his cultural impact. But Domingo's story is not just about talent, it's about truth. He has been openly gay throughout his career, defying Hollywood's long-standing tendency to force LGBTQ+ actors into silence. Since 2014, he has shared his life with his husband, Raul, proving that love and authenticity are not obstacles, but sources of strength. Beyond acting, Domingo has flourished as a writer, director, and producer, shaping stories that expand representation and challenge stereotypes. Do you believe Colman Domingo's openness about his identity has made his performances feel even more powerful and relatable? What makes Domingo remarkable is how he uses success not only for personal achievement, but to open doors for others. His journey demonstrates that authenticity is not a limitation. It is the foundation of greatness. In every role, whether on stage in television dramas or on the silver screen, he embodies resilience, honesty, and brilliance. Colman Domingo is more than an award-winning actor. He is a trailblazer whose presence ensures that queer Black voices are not just included, but celebrated at the very center of storytelling. Ryan Jamal Swain. Ryan Jamal Swain is a rising voice in entertainment, whose career reflects both artistic brilliance and personal resilience. Born on March 13, 1994, in Orlando, Florida, and raised in Birmingham, Alabama, Swain found his love for the arts early. At just 4 years old, he began tap dancing and soon expanded into ballet, jazz, and hip-hop. This deep training in movement and expression gave him a foundation that would later shape his acting career. Swain eventually attended Howard University, where he earned his Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting and also studied abroad in the United Kingdom, sharpening his craft with global influences. His breakthrough came in 2017 when he was cast as Damon Richards' Evangelista in the groundbreaking FX series Pose. The show, which made history for featuring the largest transgender cast in television history, became a cultural touchstone, as Damon Swain portrayed a gay dancer trying to survive and thrive in New York City's ballroom scene. His performance captured the innocence, vulnerability, and determination of a young queer man searching for belonging. Audiences connected with Damon because Swain infused the role with his own truth. He, too, identifies as queer and understands the struggles of finding acceptance in a world that often resists difference. Do you think shows like Pose did more to change public understanding of LGBTQ+ lives than traditional Hollywood films ever managed to do? Beyond Pose. What makes Ryan Jamal Swain remarkable is not just his talent, but his willingness to carry the weight of representation with dignity and courage. At a young age, he has already proven himself a voice worth listening to, both on stage and beyond. By merging authenticity with artistry, he reminds us that storytelling is most powerful when it reflects the raw truth of human experience. Daniel Kyrie. Daniel Kyrie has carved out a unique space in television as both an actor and a voice for representation. Born and raised on the south side of Chicago, he discovered his love for storytelling early, thanks to his mother enrolling him in arts programs. By the age of 14, he was already familiar with the spotlight when he appeared on CBS's reality show, Kid Nation. His On. He later studied theater at the University of Illinois at Chicago, where he sharpened his craft and immersed himself in the city's vibrant stage community. His stage performances earned him strong reviews, particularly in plays like Hamlet and Objects in the Mirror, the latter earning him a prestigious Jefferson Award nomination. But Kyrie's career reached an entirely new audience when he joined NBC's Girl in 2018. Cast as firefighter Darren Ritter, originally for a short guest arc, his warm presence and compelling performance quickly won over fans. By 2020, he was promoted to series regular, becoming a familiar face in one of television's most enduring franchises. Would you agree that seeing openly gay black characters on mainstream network shows like Chicago Fire helps normalize representation for millions of viewers? Beyond acting, Daniel Kyrie has proven himself a creative force. He co-created and starred in the web series The TAPR Openly Gay. Daniel often speaks about the importance of representation, especially for young queer people of color. His authenticity, both on and off screen, sends a powerful message that you don't have to hide who you are in order to succeed. His career trajectory is proof that living truthfully can inspire audiences, build bridges, and create lasting impact. Daniel Kyrie is more than just a talented actor. He is a storyteller and advocate, using every role and project as an opportunity to broaden perspectives and make television a more inclusive space for all. Nkuti Gatwa. Nkuti Gatwa is a name that has come to symbolize both talent and groundbreaking visibility. Born Mizero Nkuti Gatwa on October 15, 1992, in Nyarugenge, Kigali, Rwanda, his early life was shaped by displacement. His family fled the Rwandan genocide when he was a child and resettled in Scotland. Growing up in Edinburgh and later Dunfermline, he discovered theater as a safe haven and a tool for self-expression. He eventually trained at the prestigious Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, a step that prepared him for the global stage. For years, Gatwa performed in theater and took on smaller TV roles, but his life changed dramatically in 2019 when he was cast as Eric Effiong in Netflix's Sex Education. Eric and on. Yet his journey wasn't without struggle. At one point before his breakthrough, Gatwa was homeless, sleeping on friends' couches while chasing his acting dreams. That resilience only made his success sweeter. In 2022, it was announced that Gatwa would become the 15th Doctor in the long-running BBC series Doctor Who, a historic casting as the first black actor to take on the iconic role. This achievement not only elevated his career, but also shattered long-standing barriers in British television. Do you think casting a queer black actor in such an iconic role like Doctor Who represents real progress? Or is it just the beginning of a longer journey toward equality in media? Openly gay in real life, Gatwa has embraced his platform to advocate for authenticity and inclusivity. He has spoken candidly about the importance of representation, reminding fans that visibility matters not just for audiences, but also for the industry itself. Nkuti Gatwa's rise from refugee beginnings to international stardom is a story of resilience, courage, and brilliance. Whether making audiences laugh in Sex Education or inspiring them as the Doctor, he is proof that authenticity and talent can change the face of global entertainment. Devon Wei. Devon Wei is quickly becoming one of Hollywood's most intriguing rising stars, blending charm, vulnerability, and undeniable screen presence. Born and raised in Lufkin, Texas, Wei first stepped into the public eye as a model. His striking looks and charisma helped him win a major modeling competition in 2012, which opened doors into the entertainment world. But while modeling gave him exposure, acting gave him purpose. Determined to expand his craft, he pursued opportunities that would allow him to showcase more than just his appearance, his depth as a storyteller. His breakthrough role came in 2019 when he joined the cast of Grey's Anatomy as Dr. Blake Sims, a recurring character who introduced him to a loyal fan base. Wei also made an appearance on the spin-off Station 19P Queer as Folk, the 2022 reboot of the iconic series that truly demonstrated his range. As one of the lead characters, he helped breathe fresh life into LGBTQ+ storytelling, bringing nuance and authenticity to the screen. Though the series lasted just one season, Wei's performance left a powerful impression on audiences and critics alike. In 2024, he joined the cast of BET's hit drama Sistas, taking on the role of Jordan Williams. This opportunity placed him firmly in front of mainstream audiences, showcasing his ability to navigate both network television and boundary-pushing queer narratives. Do you believe roles like those in Queer as Folk and Sistas can change how LGBTQ+ representation is viewed in communities that haven't always embraced it? Openly gay Devon Wei has never hidden his identity, instead using his platform to advocate for honesty and visibility. He has spoken about how representation on screen directly impacts the lives of queer youth, particularly queer people of color, who rarely see themselves reflected in media. By choosing projects that align with his values, Wei is not only building a career, but also carving a legacy. What makes him stand out is his balance. He moves fluidly between mainstream dramas and queer-centered stories without compromise. In doing so, Devon Wei proves that being openly yourself isn't a limitation but a strength. His career trajectory is only just beginning, but already he is shaping Hollywood into a more inclusive and authentic space. J. Harrison Ghee. J. Harrison Ghee is a powerhouse performer whose story embodies courage, artistry, and the breaking of barriers. Born in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Ghee grew up in a religious household, learning discipline and passion from an early age. As a child, they were surrounded by music, playing instruments, singing in church, and exploring the arts as a natural form of self-expression. After completing training at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York, Ghee stepped into the professional world with a drive to shine not only as an entertainer, but as a changemaker. Their breakout came with the Broadway musical Kinky Boots, where Ghee played the role of Lola. With magnetic stage presence, soaring vocals, and unapologetic confidence, they captivated audiences and showed that gender expression could be both liberating and inspiring. Ghee's embodiment of Lola wasn't just a performance, it was a celebration of queerness, resilience, and joy. From that point on, they became known as one of Broadway's most exciting and fearless talents. In 2023, Ghee made history in Some Like It Hot, playing Jerry Daphne. Their performance earned rave reviews and culminated in a Tony Award win, making them one of the first openly non-binary performers ever to receive Broadway's highest honor. The following year, they added a Grammy Award for Best Musical Theater Album, solidifying their place among theater's most accomplished artists. Do you think Broadway is leading the way in LGBTQ+ representation? Or should television and film be moving just as boldly? Beyond the stage, Ghee embraces their identity through drag performing under the name Crystal Demure. They've spoken openly about exploring femininity and self-expression, challenging norms, while inspiring others to embrace their authentic selves. Offstage, their warmth and openness have made them a role model for younger performers navigating their own identities in a world that can still feel unwelcoming. Openly gay and proudly non-binary J. Harrison Ghee has become much more than a Broadway star. They represent a shift in the cultural conversation about gender identity and artistry. Their rise demonstrates that authenticity doesn't just enhance performance, it transforms it. By bringing their whole self to every role, Ghee shows audiences everywhere that living truthfully is the most powerful performance of all. Clark Moore. Clark Moore is one of the rising voices in Hollywood who has managed to blend charm, intellect, and authenticity into a career that's as inspiring as it is groundbreaking. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, Moore knew from a young age that he wanted to be an actor. He signed with his first agent at just 7 years old and spent his early years training, performing, and dreaming of bigger stages. His persistence paid off when he landed one of his most recognizable roles, Ethan, in the 2018 hit film Love, Simon. Love, Simon was historic as the first major studio film centered on a gay teenage romance, and Moore's role as Ethan was both refreshing and significant. Ethan wasn't the typical sidekick. He was a proud, sharp-tongued, openly gay black teenager who added depth to the film's message about acceptance. Audiences immediately embraced his character, praising Moore for bringing visibility and humor to a role that might have otherwise been overlooked. This breakout moment allowed him to challenge stereotypes about queer black men and open new conversations about identity in mainstream cinema. After Love, Simon Moore continued to build his career with roles like AJ in the final season of Crazy. He also ventured into writing and producing, using his creative voice to highlight underrepresented stories. By doing so, he positioned himself not just as an actor, but as a cultural commentator eager to expand representation in Hollywood. Would you say films like Love, Simon have done enough to normalize LGBTQ+ representation? Or are they just scratching the surface? Moore has been openly gay since junior high and credits his family and supportive school community for helping him embrace his identity early. He has also spoken candidly about growing up as a more feminine-presenting boy and how that shaped his experience within both the Black and LGBTQ+ communities. By sharing these personal insights, he has become a relatable figure for audiences who see parts of themselves in his journey. Clark Moore's career is still on the rise, but his impact is already undeniable. By choosing projects that resonate with his values, and by speaking openly about his experiences, he has positioned himself as both an artist and an advocate. His path is proof that being unapologetically authentic can be just as powerful as any scripted performance. Austin Crute. Austin Crute is a young actor whose career reflects boldness, humor, and an unwavering commitment to authenticity. Born on October 24, 1995 in Norcross, Georgia, he grew up in a deeply religious family. His father is a pastor, which shaped both his worldview and the challenges he faced in embracing his identity. From an early age, Crute showed artistic promise not only in acting, but also in music. At 15, he competed on the reality show Majors and Minors, where his singing talent brought him national attention. But it was clear that acting would soon become his main stage. After graduating from New York University, Crute began carving a space for himself in Hollywood. He first gained attention with his role in Netflix's Daybreak, playing Wesley Fists, a sword-wielding post-apocalyptic teen who stood out for his wit and depth. The character was unconventional, blending comedy and action in a way that perfectly matched Crute's personality. He then appeared in the 2019 coming-of-age hit Booksmart, where his portrayal of Alan added comic relief and authenticity to the film's ensemble cast. Critics praised his ability to steal scenes without overshadowing the narrative. In addition, Crute appeared in the Amazon horror anthology, Them, continuing his pattern of choosing roles that push boundaries and highlight diverse experiences. His work often reflects his own life as an openly gay black man, making his performances resonate with honesty and relatability. Do you think actors who lean into roles that mirror their true selves create more powerful performances? Or should they aim to keep their personal lives completely separate from their art? Crute has been open about his sexuality since the start of his career, refusing to hide or downplay his identity. Instead, he uses it as a source of strength, bringing visibility to queer voices and challenging Hollywood to expand its narratives. His ability to balance humor with sincerity makes him not only a versatile performer, but also a refreshing presence in an industry often criticized for stereotypes. Austin Krut's journey is still in its early chapters, but the path he's paving is significant. By merging authenticity with versatility, he proves that being openly yourself doesn't limit opportunity, it amplifies it. With each new role, he adds to the growing representation of queer Black actors who are redefining Hollywood's future. Dwayne Perkins. Dwayne Perkins is a comedian, writer, and actor whose sharp wit and fearless voice have quickly made him one of the most distinctive talents in Hollywood. Born and raised on the South Side of Chicago, Perkins grew up immersed in a community that valued humor and resilience as tools for survival. His creative spark led him to join improv at the legendary Second City, where he honed the quick-thinking skills that would later define his comedy. From those early days, it was clear that Perkins had both the talent and the drive to stand out in an industry that doesn't always make space for queer Black voices. His career took off when he began blending stand-up sketch and writing. Perkins landed writing gigs on hit shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Saved by the Bell, The Reboot, and The Amber Ruffin Show, earning an Emmy nomination for his work. At the same time, he was making audiences laugh on screen with appearances on Wild and Wand the Upshaws. His humor, unapologetically Black and queer, challenged the status quo while staying accessible and hilarious. In 2023, Perkins stepped into the spotlight with his biggest project, yet the horror comedy, The Blackening. As co-writer and star, he crafted a film that cleverly combined satire with social commentary, exploring themes of race horror tropes and survival with biting humor. The movie became a breakout success, cementing Perkins as a creative force who can bridge the worlds of comedy and cinema. Do you think comedy that mixes social issues with humor like The Blackening is more impactful than traditional stand-up or sitcom formats? Openly gay and proud, Perkins often speaks about his experiences as a Black gay man navigating the entertainment industry. His authenticity doesn't just fuel his comedy, it makes his work resonate on a deeper level with audiences who see their own stories reflected in his jokes. By embracing his identity and turning it into a superpower, Perkins has created space for others to follow. What sets Dwayne Perkins apart is his ability to balance laughter with truth. He isn't afraid to call out hypocrisy, highlight cultural blind spots, or use humor as a form of activism. With every project, he proves that comedy isn't just entertainment, it's a tool for change. Perkins is not just making people laugh, he's making them think. Alex Newell. Alex Newell is a powerhouse of talent whose voice and presence have reshaped both television and Broadway. Born on August 20th, 1992 in Lynn, Massachusetts, Newell's journey into the spotlight began with pure determination. After their father passed away when Alex was just 6, their mother raised them as a single parent. That experience instilled resilience, something that would later define Newell's career. In 2011, Alex competed on the Glee Project, a reality show designed to find new talent for Glee. Their dynamic voice and magnetic personality won audiences over, earning them a recurring role as Wade Unique Adams on the hit series. Unique was one of the first transgender teen characters ever shown on primetime television, a milestone that gave visibility to a community rarely represented at the time. Through this role, Newell not only entertained but educated, using humor, music, and vulnerability to make audiences rethink what inclusivity means. After Glee, Alex continued to build a career across multiple platforms. They starred in Once on This Island on Broadway, receiving critical acclaim, and later in Zoe's Iwi in 2023, Alex Newell reached a historic milestone, winning a Tony Award for their performance in the Broadway musical Shucked. This made them one of the first openly non-binary performers ever to win Broadway's top honor. The recognition wasn't just about talent, it was about visibility, courage, and shifting cultural narratives. Would you say Newell's win at the Tonys will inspire casting directors to give more opportunities to non-binary and queer actors in mainstream productions? Beyond acting. Newell has an impressive singing career, collaborating with artists like Clean Bandit and lending their powerful vocals to dance and pop anthems that celebrate freedom and self-expression. They also frequently perform at Pride events, embracing their role as both entertainer and advocate. Openly gay and proudly gender non-conforming, Alex Newell embodies what it means to live authentically in an industry that has historically pressured people to conform. Their success is proof that barriers can be broken, and their story continues to inspire countless young performers who dream of stepping into the spotlight without hiding who they are. Alex Newell is not just an actor or singer. They are a trailblazer whose voice, both literal and metaphorical, is making the entertainment world louder, prouder, and more inclusive than ever before. Tituss Burgess. Tituss Burgess is one of Broadway and television's most charismatic performers, celebrated for his soaring tenor voice, razor-sharp wit, and ability to command both comedy and drama. Born on February 21, 1979 in Athens, Georgia, Burgess grew up immersed in music and theater. He later earned a degree in music from the University of Georgia, where his natural gift for performance flourished. After college, he worked at Walt Disney World, appearing in shows like Festival of the Lion King, a stepping stone before Broadway came calling. Burgess made his Broadway debut in 2005 in Good Vibrations' Be the Little Mermaid, 2007. His vibrant personality and unforgettable voice made him a standout on stage. He later starred in productions like Guys and Dolls and Jersey Boys, building a reputation as one of Broadway's most versatile talents. But it was television that introduced him to a global audience. In 2015, Burgess became a household name with his role as Titus Andromedon in Netflix's hit comedy Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Kimmy Schmidt Burgess has appeared in Schmigadoon Central Park, an animated musical series, and on stage in revivals and concerts. Openly gay, Burgess has always been unapologetic about his identity. He uses his visibility to champion LGBTQ+ representation and has spoken about the importance of creating roles that reflect the real diversity of queer lives. His career continues to evolve. He starred as Harold Zidler in Moulin Rouge the Musical in 2023 and is set to headline the stage production Oh Mary in 2025. What makes Tituss Burgess remarkable is how he combines musical brilliance with comedic timing, all while living authentically. His journey reminds us that representation isn't just about being seen, it's about being seen in full color, with all the humor, heart, and humanity intact. Daryl Stevens. Daryl Stevens is an actor and writer who has long been recognized as a trailblazer for Black queer representation on television. Born on March 7, 1974 in Pasadena, California, and raised in nearby Altadena, Stevens grew up with a passion for storytelling that eventually led him to pursue acting. After finishing college, he moved to Los Angeles to begin his professional journey, navigating the challenges of Hollywood while searching for roles that spoke to his truth. His breakthrough came in 2005 with Noah's Ark, a groundbreaking series on Logo TV. Playing Noah Nicholson, an openly gay Black screenwriter navigating love and friendship, Stevens became the face of one of the first shows centered entirely on queer Black men. Noah ran for 2 seasons and was followed by the 2008 film Noah's Ark After Noah's Ark. Stevens continued to expand his resume with roles in films like Another Gay Movie and Boy Culture, as well as TV appearances in Private DTLA and Be Positive. He never limited himself to just acting, though. In 2011, he published a semi-autobiographical novel, Shortcomings, which explored themes of identity, sexuality, and class. This willingness to tell stories across different mediums highlighted his commitment to amplifying diverse voices. Would you agree that shows like Noah's Ark, though smaller in scale than big network dramas, had a deeper cultural impact on LGBTQ+ representation? Openly gay. Stevens has always been candid about his journey, embracing authenticity both on and off the screen. In August 2020, he became a father through surrogacy, sharing his joy with fans and demonstrating that family comes in many forms. For his supporters, This personal milestone made him not just a performer, but a relatable role model. Daryl Stevens may not be the loudest name in Hollywood, but his impact has been profound. By refusing to conform and by choosing roles and projects that speak to the lived experiences of queer people of color, he has paved the way for future generations of actors. His legacy is proof that visibility, no matter how it comes, is a powerful form of change. Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett's story is one of both undeniable talent and deep controversy, making him one of the most talked-about black gay actors of his generation. Born on June 21, 1982 in Santa Rosa, California, Smollett entered show business as a child actor. He appeared in films like The Mighty Ducks 1992 and North 1994, where his natural charm and screen presence quickly became evident. After a period away from the spotlight, he returned with a powerful impact through the hit Fox drama War. On Empire, Smollett played Jamal Lyon, the musically gifted son of the Lyon family. Jamal was openly gay, and his character became a milestone in primetime television, one of the first times a gay black man was portrayed not as a sidekick, but as a leading figure with depth, conflict, and vulnerability. The role earned Smollett widespread acclaim, and fans praised the show for tackling issues of sexuality, family dynamics, and acceptance within the black community. Off-screen, Smollett publicly came out as gay in 2015 during an interview with Ellen DeGeneres, a moment that cemented his place as a role model for many viewers. However, Smollett's career took a dramatic turn in 2019 when he reported being the victim of a hate crime in Chicago, an incident that dominated national headlines. After an investigation, authorities accused him of staging the attack. In 2021, he was convicted of filing a false police report, though in 2024, the Illinois Supreme Court reversed the ruling, citing an earlier plea agreement that had already resolved the matter. The controversy damaged his reputation, but it also sparked heated debates about race, sexuality, justice, and media narratives in America. Despite the scandal, Smollett remains a figure of cultural significance. His work on Empire opened doors for more authentic portrayals of queer black men in mainstream entertainment. While his legacy is complicated, it is impossible to deny the visibility he brought to LGBTQ+ representation on television. For many, Jussie Smollett's journey is a cautionary tale, but also a reminder that authenticity in art can leave a lasting impact regardless of personal setbacks. Billy Porter. Billy Porter is more than just an actor or singer. He is a cultural force whose artistry and authenticity have reshaped the entertainment industry. Born on September 21, 1969 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Porter's early life was filled with both struggle and inspiration. Raised in a religious household, he found his first outlet for expression in church choirs. Later, he honed his craft at Carnegie Mellon University, earning a Bachelor of Fine Arts in drama before diving headfirst into the world of Broadway. Porter's stage career began with roles in musicals like Grease and Miss Saigon, but his breakthrough came in 2013 when he starred as Lola in Kinky Boots. The role demanded both vocal power and emotional depth, and Porter delivered with dazzling confidence. His performance earned him the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical, along with Drama Desk and Outer Critics Circle honors. The character of Lola, a drag performer who embraces her identity unapologetically, became a symbol for resilience and pride. Television later brought Porter to an even wider audience. From 2018 to 2021, he starred as Pray Tell in the groundbreaking FX drama Pose. The series, centered on New York's ballroom culture, featured the largest transgender cast in television history. As Pray Tell, Porter brought tenderness, wit, and gravitas, earning him 3 Golden Globe nominations and the 2019 Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. That win made him the first openly gay black man to receive the honor, a historic milestone for both Hollywood and the LGBTQ+ community. Do you believe Billy Porter's biggest impact comes from his acting roles, or from the way he uses fashion, music, and activism to challenge norms? Beyond acting. Porter is known for his boundary-pushing fashion. His tuxedo gown at the 2019 Oscars redefined red carpet masculinity, and his outspoken advocacy for LGBTQ+ rights, racial justice, and inclusivity in the arts. He is also a recording artist, blending Broadway vocals with R&B and pop influences, further showcasing his versatility. What makes Porter remarkable is his refusal to be limited by labels. Whether commanding the Broadway stage, winning television's highest honors, or standing as a red carpet icon, he embodies a truth larger than entertainment, that living authentically is revolutionary. Billy Porter is not just performing, he is rewriting history and inspiring generations to embrace themselves fully without apology. These 20 black actors prove that authenticity is not a limitation but a legacy. Their courage to live openly while thriving in Hollywood challenges outdated stereotypes and forces us to rethink what true representation means. Yet the question remains, does the industry celebrate them for their talent or tokenize their identity to appear progressive? The conversation is far from over, and that's where you come in. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to Legends of Black Excellence for more untold stories that deserve the spotlight.